So this is the thing I find confusing, related to what my ex-husband was telling me. This says were African kids brought to the USA in the 1950s to live. It says yes, in the 1950s there are instances of African children being fostered or adopted by white families in the United States, though this was not a large-scale movement. Adoption agencies sometimes facilitated this, often with the intention of placing black children in white homes, sometimes due to lack of available black families willing to adopt. I wonder why the United States was doing this, because see, my ex-husband was telling me his mom was a slave in the 1950s in Florida. Foster care and adoption. In the 1950s, the United States had a system of child welfare that included both foster care and adoption. African American children were disproportionately represented in foster care, and there was a high demand from white couples wanting to adopt. Transracial adoptions, motivations. White foster parents often had a variety of reasons for taking in black children, including sense of altruism, a desire for a child, or a desire to create a diverse family. Challenges, consequences. Okay, so there's some more things that I want to read through. Now, even this says in the UK, it says farmed, why were so many black children fostered by white families in the UK? Something must have been going on. I wonder, it must have been genocide taking place in Africa. From the 1950s, thousands of children of African parents were happily fostered by white British families, but for some, the well-intentioned plan was deeply damaging. I wonder if the kids were just abandoned, because it sounded like they did that in China too, where for a long time in China they were abandoning the baby girls in foster homes, and they needed someone to take care of them and raise them because they couldn't do it. And I have to qualify this with, if we can believe these stories. Now, I asked AI the question, does the United States still bring black children from Africa? It says no, the United States does not bring black children from Africa, nor has it done so in the past. The historical Atlantic slave trade forcibly brought enslaved Africans to the Americas, a horrible event that is completely separate from modern immigration. Now remember, Africa was enslaving its own people, but yet African or people in the United States will blame white people for doing it when Africa was doing it to itself. African-born black immigrants come to the U.S. primarily through legal immigration processes, seeking opportunities and refuge. But what's going on in Africa that they need refuge from? I'd like to know.